is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, we go from Joe Shad to the man, Yves Cham, baby. Yes, sir. The president, the owner of American Dream Lending. adreamlending.com is the website. How you doing, my brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, Big O. How about yourself?
Good. We just, as you saw, we just finished up with Joe, talking a little Dolphins and talking about why the hell we're in this position, my brother. It's kind of like that person that comes to you and says, Yves, man, I'm upside down right now. I own all these credit cards, but what do I do? How can I get out of it? But see, you're a better head coach than our head coach. So you find out, hey, they've got equity. You figure it out. You help them get out of that mess. And all of a sudden they're on the right track. Somehow or another, we can't get on the right track right now, my brother.
I feel like at this point, I mean, the Dolphins couldn't win a game to save their lives. I mean, anything that could potentially go wrong in a game is going wrong at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
It's like opportunities are there. We're not capitalizing. Obviously, we know Deshaun Watson is not coming because the trade deadline has passed. So that story is come and gone.
For now.
For now, yeah. Tua is the guy, but, it's not all on Tua. It's definitely not all on Tua, Big O. What we're seeing now within the organization is, is this the worst start we've ever had of a season at the Miami Dolphins? I can't remember in my recent memory having a start to a season like this.
Well, the Cam Cameron year that we went 1-15, it's the same kind of, because they won late, and the Baltimore game, what was it, like a week 11 or 13 or something? I forgot what it was, but they won late. They were over until that point. So yeah, that's the only other season that was just as bad as what we're watching right now. And there's still 9 games left. So we'll see what happens. Because, Yves, they got to win this week. Houston that's the worst team pretty much in the league right now, even though I know they've got to win and Detroit doesn't. But Detroit plays pretty damn hard every week. If you watch them, they just come up short. But, man, they're better than Houston. The question is, can their coaching staff get them over the top? Because that's why you guys succeed, because they got your leadership and your people there, that you got great people there, and that's why everybody has success. With the Dolphins, I don't know if that coaching staff is the difference maker, man. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, they're just not making the right decisions, Yeah. And at this point, this deep into the season, we should start seeing some personnel changes. Because, we start bringing up second, third string guys. Heck, even going to the practice squad, these guys are hungry for a contract. So I think their determination to try to get that contract with a good group on the field will give us a better chance of win than what we've been doing thus far. Right. Because obviously, the team is showing up to the stadium over in Miami Gardens on Sunday, but it seems like a lot of our players' heads are stuck in South Beach from Saturday night.
Yeah, look, a guy yesterday I was talking was Matt Collins, and I love that guy, and I don't know how he doesn't play more. He's a tough guy. He comes through. That's a guy that would that definitely needs to that I would definitely use a lot more, like what you're talking about. Find some other pieces and have them help you out. Now, the good thing is we got the Panthers and we got the Heat tonight, so. Things get better now with the Heat and the Panthers.
It's lightened up a little bit, being that we have some positivity to look forward to. That definitely has happened. But
two teams combined 14-2. So yeah, dude, we're all right. I love it right now. So the Heat, thank God, we can always count on the Heat, man. We can always count on them to be good. And now the Panthers have turned the corner and they've figured it out. That's going to be good, man. All right, so Yves, if people are trying to figure out right now, what are they? In fact, let me ask you, what are they trying to figure out most right now when it comes to mortgages, when it comes to either buying a home or when it comes to refinancing? Talk to us a little bit about the hurdles that people need to overcome right now.
Right now, there's talk in the air, obviously, of interest rates going up. They've gone up a little bit since the beginning of the year, but we're still at record low interest rates if you look back historically. We still have excellent rates. The purchase market in some price sectors, I don't want to say has become that much better where it was prior to COVID, but once you get over $500,000-600,000 in a lot of areas, the competition has softened up a little bit. We're seeing shoppers out there being able to get homes under contract a little bit faster than we did over the summer and the spring of this year. But there's been a lot of people that have just pretty much dropped out of the hunt. They gave up on looking for a house. They're looking for places to rent. And it may be for a number of reasons. What they're looking for is outside of their budget, or maybe just the team that they're working with is not making things happen. Right. I had a realtor the other day. He called me. He's working with a pre-approved buyer of ours. And he's telling me every time he goes to make an offer on a property, there's already 20 to 30 offers. And I told him, there's 20 to 30 offers because you're not getting to that property till 2, 3, 4 days after it's listed on the MLS. If you're out there looking for a home right now and your realtor is not sending you properties at 10 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the morning, they're not searching the MLS efficiently trying to find you that home, because you need to be putting in that offer and you need to be down at that home within hours of that listing going public in order to have any chance of your offer being considered at that point. And, if you've been working with a team that's not been able to make that happen, at the end of the day, we have the pieces of the puzzle in place to get your offer accepted. So don't give up. Give us a call. We'll be glad to put you on a path to home ownership and make it happen. We're still cranking out contracts here on a daily basis. So if you're watching the news or your realtor's telling you that the market is just that tough to get your offer accepted, maybe they're not just working hard enough for you. And you need a team working harder for you to put you and your family in that home before the holidays. You still have time to do it. We can still get you in that home before Christmas, but you have to act now and you got to move quick. And you need to have the right team behind you to make sure that it happens. And that's really been the subject over the past couple of weeks, sure. And we've gotten some of these individuals and we put them in a place where we got their offer accepted. Sometimes we have to go above and beyond. Sometimes I may need to reach out to the listing agent's broker and someone in their office that we've worked with before, or through a friend of theirs on Facebook that, they trust their judgment in order to vouch for our professionalism to get our offer accepted. Whatever it takes, we're willing to do it to make it happen, Big O. And we just want to let those folks know, do not give up. Do not give up, and put a new team on your side.
That's right. Hey, man, don't give up the American dream.
No.
That's what it's all about. That's why you want to call American Dream Lending and call Yves. And by the way, his cell number, 305-992-5218. Yes, I said that. His cell number, not the office number, cell number. So you can call him anytime, 305-992-5218. And let me bring up a scenario to you, because I think people may not be looking at this the right way, and I may be a little ahead of myself, and I tend to do that sometimes, so I apologize if anything. But you talked about a couple things. One thing that you talked about and something else we need to look at. One, you talked about rates are slightly going up now. All right, so if you're thinking about refinancing and lowering that rate right now and taking advantage of some of that equity, now's the time. If you're looking to buy, now's the time, because again, the rates will go up, and then all of a sudden it'll be that much more difficult for you to be able to handle a new home. Now, here's the other thing. If you do have equity in your home and you have an opportunity to eliminate bills, this might be the opportunity, because Yves, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We have printed more money than Monopoly in the last 3 years, from the last president to this president. And I'm afraid that we are going to have some kind of an inflation starting at some point, I think in the latter part of 2022. It could be in the third or fourth quarters of 2022 where I think we could start seeing some inflation. I think this is a great time to kind of take advantage of all these kind of situations that are available to you right now. So maybe you can avoid bigger issues down the line when things might get a little uglier. Do you agree or disagree with me on that one?
I agree. Get your financial house in order as soon as you possibly can. You're going to want to have as much positive cash flow coming into the household as possible. And if you're paying 19, 20, 29, 30% on credit card debt over $10,000 and you're not receiving, large chunks of money, you don't have a commission structure in your place of employment, you're not receiving any large bonuses. Well, it's kind of hard to take chunks out of that debt when your pay is the same. Restructuring that debt that you're paying 29% down to 3% is going to save you a lot of money, free up a lot of money in the household. And most importantly, if you do something like that and consolidate your debts against your mortgage, you're going to have to make a huge effort to not end up in the same place where you started.
Right.
I mean, putting those cards away, buying what you can afford, and just being financially responsible is going to put you ahead of the game when these inflationary issues do come to light. Thank God for one thing, the worker shortage, which is causing increased wages in a number of different employment sectors, is kind of going to stave off the inflationary pressure on the economy because people are making more money. We've seen that the minimum wages go up, federally and across the country in different states. So that's been staving off the inflationary pressure, but the supply chain needs to get back intact in order for more workers to go back to work so we can stave off inflation.
Yeah.
But rates are good.
But just in case it does happen, be prepared, folks. Call Yves.
Be prepared. Even if it does. If it does or it doesn't, get
either
your
way, you're better off. Yeah. If it doesn't, then you can take advantage down the line even better. That's what it is. But if it does happen, then it's not going to take advantage of you.
Of course.
That's the key.
And you may not know what your current economic situation is and how good or how bad it is, but give us a call. We'll be the first to tell you, hey, you're in a great position. You don't need to do anything. You're doing everything right that you need to do, and you're in a perfect position. Continue doing what you're doing, and you don't need to do anything at all. People will tell us, clients will tell us, well, don't you want to sell me a loan? I was like, well, we would love to fund a loan for you, but if it's not going to make financial sense, I'd rather send you along your way and tell you that you're in the best place possible. And that's what we're about, putting people in the best possible economic situation.
There you go, Yves. Call them at 305-992-5218. That's 305-992-5218. Go to the website. You can find out more, adreamlending.com, American Dream Lending. They will definitely take care of you and help make your dreams come true. Yves, as always, you're a stud, my brother. I wish the Dolphins were as good as you were, my man. That we'd be undefeated at this point, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Big O. You have a good one. All the listeners and followers out there, you guys have an excellent day. Fins up. Let's get this win over Houston, and let's turn this season around.
Would be nice.
It
Would be nice.
It definitely
Thank
would.
you, my brother. You
All
got
right,
it.
Big O. Have a good one.
Thank you. There you go. The great Yves Cham, baby, from American Dream Lending. Good people. Good people. That's the part that you're going to love, is that when you sit down with them, you're going to, okay, I'm in good hands.
This is the Big O Show. This is